you've got a mobile signal issue within your building, you have various different options available to you to try and provide a mobile signal. One of those options is Wi-Fi calling. Now, Wi-Fi calling has been released by all the mobile networks across the UK to allow, mainly for consumer use, to allow you to connect to your local Wi-Fi network and to actually make voice calls using what is called Wi-Fi calling. Now, there are some limitations that will really affect you both from a consumer and a commercial point of view. In lots of properties now, you may have one single broadband router, but you may have multiple Wi-Fi repeaters around your property, whether that's in a home or in a commercial property. If you have multiple access points or Wi-Fi repeaters, the mobile signal, when you're on Wi-Fi calling, the transmission can't transfer from one access point or Wi-Fi repeater to another. So let's say, for example, we're talking about a commercial building. You may have two different offices within your commercial building. If you've got one access point on the ceiling for Wi-Fi in one office, and you take a call but you walk through into the other office where you've got another access point, your phone will automatically move to the nearest Wi-Fi access point, but the mobile network doesn't have the ability, or the mobile call doesn't have the ability to flip between access points. So what will happen is that call will just drop out as you move to the new access point, which obviously from a consistency point of view doesn't really help. What may also happen as well is if you've got some leakage from the outside, so you've got a little bit of mobile signal coming into the building, and you've got Wi-Fi in the building which is quite strong, if you walk near a window, it may decide that the mobile signal's stronger, and then as you walk back into the building, or even if you just had the phone on that side of your head and moved it to this side, potentially, and this does happen quite a lot, the call will get confused whether it's on the outside mobile network or the internal Wi-Fi network. And again, if it switches between the two, or tries to switch between the two, there is no handover between the network and the Wi-Fi. So again, that call will drop. If you're in an area where you've got weak Wi-Fi signal and you've got your phone set to Wi-Fi calling, the chances are calls won't come through to your phone. So what happens is generally you'll walk back outside and your phone will suddenly go ding, 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 and you'll get a lot of messages coming through saying you've got missed calls, text messages, things like that. On the other hand, things like WhatsApp, Facebook, all your notifications, your email, web browsing would obviously carry on going through the Wi-Fi network whilst you're in the building, but it's the text messages and voice calls that you won't be able to utilise properly when using Wi-Fi calling. And it's really important to make people aware that if you've got Wi-Fi calling turned on, whenever you connect to a Wi-Fi network, whether that's at home, at the office, a public Wi-Fi network, it will automatically try and make all your calls out through the Wi-Fi. And predominantly that does cause issues for most people because voice calling doesn't work very well over a Wi-Fi network. For example, in an office, if you look around at all of the desk phones in your office that will be, in this day and age will be internet-based desk phones or landline phones, they will have a hard wire connection into them rather than being connected to the Wi-Fi. And that again is because voice calling isn't very stable when using a Wi-Fi network. The best possible signal you can get from a voice point of view is to use a mobile signal repeater or booster that will allow the signal outside the office to be brought in through a mobile signal booster and then passed out through the office through a series of internal antennas.